Hey guys, John here, and welcome back to the Rare Replay Collection. Last time we played Blast Corps, one of my favorite games from back in the day. And today, another of my favorite games of all time. We finally reached it. BANJO-KAZOOIE. 1998. Man, oh my gosh, I played this game so much, was so into it. The N64 version definitely had its issues, and like for example, there was one jigsaw piece I never got in the N64 version, but I would end up getting it in the Xbox Live Arcade version, and that's what this is. They actually have included the Xbox Live Arcade versions of Kazooie and Tooie, most likely because of, permission stuff with Nintendo licensing, or just because it's the better version. That's probably more likely. Whatever the case, I freaking love this game. It stands the test of time always. It's just the best. Now, you may notice that it says 10 of 10, all milestones completed 100%. It took that from my save file that I had 100% of the game, and it gave me all the milestone stuff. But when I launched the game, my save files weren't there. It's a little weird, but it's okay because it's, I definitely would want to start from the beginning to kind of just show you the opening cutscene, all that good stuff. Just double check to make sure we don't have any... I keep hitting the wrong thing. Let's double check to make sure we don't have any extra options. We don't, because obviously it's the Xbox Live Arcade version. It uses all the things anyway. The triggers were always important. So yeah. Let's just go ahead and launch our way into Banjo-Kazooie. Now, interestingly, it launches as a separate application because it's part of the Xbox Live Arcade. So we see it cut away, we see this. The load time's a little longer because of that, but, it's fine. It's worth it. This game is so worth it. Yeah, look at me. Signed in. Good deal. I'm just going to let all this stuff play because all of it is atmosphere. All of it is nostalgia. This game never gets old. Love it. We gotta let the music play too, right? Let's just do the whole experience here. Gaha? Love these characters, love the game, love the story. It's just... it's so good. Actually, I probably shouldn't play the whole music part. To be honest, it will take a while. So we'll go ahead and move past that as much as I love it. We've got our... little demo screen there, and yeah, we're gonna hit play game, and you're gonna see empty, empty, empty. A little weird that the save files didn't carry over, but because it remembered that I beat the game, it just didn't give me the save files. So a little strange. There's a little trick to this area here. Let's go ahead and actually choose this one. Oh, I did... my bad. If you time it just right, with stuff that happens in the background, different things happen to Banjo and Kazooie. But it's alright. So we got the little cutscene here. So yeah, some of you may know that this was the first real Let's Play I did on my main channel. The rhymes. But anyway, so this is the first real Let's Play I did on my main channel, and it was a big part in me learning how to Let's Play. When my 5-year anniversary of my channel came around, I wanted to replay the game in honor of that. Then a bunch of stuff got in the way. I only did like a couple episodes, and then I kind of just let it fall off. I definitely want to come back though, play through the game, because I want to get back to Banjo-Tooie, and I've decided that I want to start it over too from where I left it off. So I want to play through Banjo-Kazooie first. I'm going to be doing that most likely on stream a day. Yeah, it's going to be a good time, I think, for sure. Okay, these little... I don't remember the cutscene having these little loading moments. That's kind of weird. But maybe that's just something I'm not remembering. Because she, like, turned around and froze, and then it loaded, and then she walked on. A little strange. But, here's Banjo's sister, Tootie. Here's Bottles the Mole. I've always really hated him, but, you know. Yep. The problem, of course, is Banjo's asleep. Meanwhile, Grunty does not want anyone to be better looking than her, which, I mean, it wouldn't take much, but she's going to attempt to kidnap Tootie right now. See, the fact that Bottles pointed into the sky at Gruntilda and said, "Is that your brother?" I mean, I know he's basically blind, but come the frick on, dude. The dialogue, the music, this game is just beautiful. It's amazing. Holds up so well. And just like, come on. Do I have to? And thus, the game begins. Now, at first, you can't do much of anything. You can jump, and that's it. You can move, obviously, too. We're gonna get up here, and Bottles is gonna be like, "Hey, do you want me to explain how to play the game?" Obviously not. I can skip through a little bit by holding down A. Wonder where his sister is. It is kind of weird that Bottles seemed to know him before, but then he doesn't know him, and Banjo's like introducing him. It's kind of weird. Like, how did he know Tootie but not? I don't know. Or did he know? You know, it's funny. I kind of was skipping through, not paying attention. I wonder if he did know them before. He just happened to be there. But no, we're gonna decline training. Yeah. So, doing that, you don't have to go one by one and learn all your moves. So now we've got Feathery Flap. We've got the Flap Flip, which is like a back flip. We've got the Rat-a-tat Rap. And the Roll, the Punch. And I think that's it. Yeah. Everything else we're going to have to learn elsewhere. But we can come up here on top of the roof now and get our extra life, which is that golden statue. He'll introduce himself. We can actually go back in Banjo's house. And you look around in here. Now this is the thing. He acts like he didn't know him, but yet there's a picture of him right the frick there. I've never understood that. But anyway, so this is the room that you see in the save screen and all that stuff. If you look at Bottle's picture, you can do puzzles. I don't know if they're unlocked yet or later. I think that's later. But you can do like a puzzle game thing. And then you look up here, and if I can remember how to do things, well, you can't really see it. There we go. Yeah, so there's a scene here that appears to be from one of the levels we go to, except I think it's at a different time of day. There's something about that. It's like at sunset, and the level doesn't take place at sunset, so it's kind of like an interesting little thing. Anyway, I think I've wasted enough time here at the beginning. I'm kind of slow playing this, like, seriously. If I'm going to show off more of the game, I should probably be running around more here. So yeah, honeycomb pieces, like dropped there, are what refill your health. Empty honeycomb pieces can give you extra health if you get enough of them, as he's going to explain. So these enemies here are, you know, these vegetable guys. They're just to get you started. If you run into them or they run into you, you'll take damage, but they're super easy to kill. If we go over here, we're going to see a different guy. He's a cauliflower. But we can jump up on top of this. Wait, it's not this one? I thought it was this one. Nope, it's that one over there. My memory is failing me. I do know most... Wow, okay. Most of the things, most of the secrets in the game. It's definitely a game that I've played a ton of and know a ton about. So we're gonna make our way across here, get this, and then if you jump over here, well, you could also fail it like a total doofus. I sort of just ran off the edge instead of jumping and then flapping. But there's an extra life in the waterfall there. We don't really have to get it, but it's really not hard, even though my terrible playing would suggest otherwise. Each of the molehills, you can learn about different moves. If you didn't decline the training, that's the only way you actually get the moves, is to go to each one of these. Oh, I forgot there is one other ability that we have, and that's the beak barge. And one of these guys has an extra honeycomb piece in him. And I think it's always the last one you do, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Alright. So we did that. Whoa, hey. Chill out. Yeah. There might be an extra honeycomb piece up here. Yo. Okay, I can't hit you for some reason. What is happening? How am I like... I was like inside of him and not taking damage. There we go. Alright, and there should be one more. And I think it's underwater here, which is another mechanic, is that you can swim. X is the bigger flap of swim. A is for more slow navigation. You do have a limit over there, which is obviously an issue later on in levels where you have to stay underwater longer. Alright, jump up here. We got all of the extra honeycomb pieces. Now we can climb Spiral Mountain, which is what this area is named for. We're going to have to listen to bottles again, but I do want to show you the main area of the game. This is not the main area of the game. This is just the starting area. I'm going to hold the button down to make sure that he just gets on with it here. Yep. And we're going to be entering Gruntilda's lair. You hear the music change. We're going to be entering in here. We're going to get a little cutscene about Gruntilda trying to turn Tootie's good looks into her own. Oh boy. There's Klungo, her assistant, who she's apparently experimented on. Left the poor guy in pretty rough shape. Yeah, Tootie's in a bad situation. Every now and then we'll get updated on what's going on there. And if you die, you see a cutscene where Gruntilda succeeds, which I actually might show off, I'm not sure. Here is the first golden jigsaw piece of the game, or Jiggy as they're called. Yep. Our very first of the game. Just drop down here. Make our way into this area, which is going to have the first portrait that we need to complete to open the first actual level. Jump up here. Got it. And that opens the level, which is, of course, Mumbo's Mountain. Also where we'll meet the aforementioned Mumbo. So we'll jump in here just for a little bit. I'm not going to put the video on a whole lot longer here, but I wanted to show you a couple of new things. And yes, you have to learn new moves from bottles going forward. The base moves are the only ones that you can skip and get free. First regular enemy, again, pretty easy. This little guy. Whoops. Alright. There we go. This little guy is a Jinjo. Yep. So there's 5 of them in each world. You collect them all, you get a Jiggy. And I accidentally got a Mumbo token at the same time, which was why it was a little confusing. Just 2 different things happening at once there. Let's hear from you. Here's a musical note. There's 100 of those each place. But yes, to explain the Mumbo tokens, you need those to get Mumbo's help. The number is different for each level, so you want to get as many of them as you can. They do carry over, which is good. There's another Jinjo over here. There's some musical notes down there. And I fell in the water because I'm garbage. Let's just go up over here. Yeah, there's 100 musical notes in each level. You collect those to open up note doors, which basically expands the hub area of Gruntilda's mansion. Here is the bull, which you cannot kill this enemy, but you can slow him down by hitting him a couple of times, and then he's stunned for a bit. So this guy doesn't want you to hit him. He doesn't hurt you. In fact, he's very useful if you are hurt. Okay, thanks Bottles for helping me there. But yeah, so this guy, you want to break him, and he drops 3 honeycomb pieces. Later on, I think it's later on in this game, or am I thinking of Tui? I don't know, but they can be actually enemies, and you don't want to break them. Here is like the first boss, I guess you'd say. He's really not that difficult. You want to get him to throw oranges at the switches. And the game just crashed. Well, that was unexpected. Why did that happen? Whoa. Can I jump back in? It's gonna reload the game. Wow, well that's depressing. I wonder why that happened. Well, that's kind of a sad note to end the video on, but I guess we're gonna have to. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hammer that like button, share with your friends, subscribe if you're new to join the Wolfpack. I'm not really sure why that happened though. I need to look into that, if that's an issue that other people are having, or if that's just something going on with my, my Xbox. Weird. Weird. But either way, like I say, I want to revisit this game, and probably will do so on stream a day here in the near future, preferably without the crashes. And anyway, thank you guys so much for watching another Rare Replay game. I will see you next time for more. Bye.